today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see the Washington Commanders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line, and he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. Now left side on the swing pass. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Up the middle they go. Russell, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they had plenty of reason to be confident in their running game, and even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them, make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Lawrence's throw caught by Olave, and he goes out right around the 39. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now a give right side. It's Russell, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Lawrence. He's got it complete to Perkins. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Washington going to send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield and broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. And then he curls back inside for the completion.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's short. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flynn. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Russell, and he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He's got it complete to Perkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Flynn. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Perkins. And he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. On the toss, coming right is Perkins. And he is going to lose yardage here. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The Steelers at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Morrison. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Here's Lawrence. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Lawrence will throw. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here's Perkins on 1st down. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Back to Perkins on 2nd and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. Back to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to roam now. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the
and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers have moved out in front. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. From the 29, Lawrence. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Lawrence on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Lawrence. His throw incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Running left, it's Perkins. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Lawrence tries the left side and finds Olave. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Flynn. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On 2nd down, Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give up the middle to Perkins. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On play action, Lawrence. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. He'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
And the Washington offense heading out.
And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charles. And where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself with field position and help your defense out.
Second and 5 now. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Olave over the middle. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. He finds his man. Complete. It's Morrison. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And to throw again is Lawrence.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the 2nd quarter. Laviska Shenault, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Harris running straight ahead.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
2nd and 9 now.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd and 13. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
On the give, this is Harris.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. On first down, Lawrence. Olave holds it in. And they're going to get this up to midfield. On second down, Perkins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The give, Perkins running left. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Lawrence. This one taken in by Olave. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Harris, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They're going to look to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. It's short. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Little. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Butker's kick here is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll toss it out to Perkins. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Morrison. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second and 5. This will be caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Lawrence, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
He finds his man, complete. That's Little. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. They hand this off to Harris. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Hands it off out of the gun.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now Lawrence to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Now Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Lawrence going to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right? Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Little. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Lawrence will throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morrison. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now Lawrence on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Porter. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Again, it's Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Morrison.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Steelers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.